Welcome back, everybody. This is part 13. And we're here. We're ready to go in the Dark Fall Cave. Let's get the candlelight. Fireball, I guess, for starters. We'll see if we switch to the bow or whatnot. Okay. You ready, girl?
Do you need something?
Let's go. That fucking changed. That's not right. Yeah, that fucking changed. Why the fuck? There. Let's give our sneak on, girl. Gotta go through this fucking water trap here. Some ugly fucking bitches, ain't they? Where's the fucking thing for that? Let's go, Tutti Frutti. And say, oh, Rudy.
Did you hear something?
Oh, come on, girl. We gotta go fucking swimming. I'm all I want to see the computer.
Where'd you go? That'll teach you. Man. It's lucky that didn't crack your glasses.
These people were... Why would anyone want to set up camp here? I wonder what happened to them.
Hold your breath when you go in there. Eli was in there. That opens up to where we came in. We need to get in that one fucking spot. Right here, we gotta make it so we can go up there. That's what we gotta do. I forget exactly how to do it, 'cause I haven't done it in a good while now. That's going out. We don't want to go out. Gotta find that fucking lever or chain or fucking whatever it is. It's a fucking hidden one. I'm not riding that shit fucking down again. I'd rather go down this way.
So the good figure, all of it's pretty good at making it. Rolling, moving, OSG, Skyrim, left of the bottom, and all of these a game of skill. One of the things I really noticed is that the things are sweet in the game. In Skyrim, guards sometimes say, let me guess, what is the reason? Going over with all of it. No Skyrim is a different style. Even doesn't have to make
Okay.
on the other people. Well, after the Elder Scrolls the water around the 94 score on it, it's 4 they are also
Okay, this way. Trying to look for a fucking wire, a chain or something. Right there, that's how I gotta go. There it is.
Come forward. You have nothing to fear here.
I'm not fearing anything.
Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Nate. And today we're just gonna cut to the chase. So, harmony for you, and this character's bizarre origins represent one of the biggest and most discussed mysteries in Skyrim. Recently, with the entire
What are you coming in over there for?
as a whole. For those of you who don't know, or just haven't played in a long time, the Ebony Warrior is a bizarre, full suit of ebony-wearing character who will appear and randomly track down the player sometime after you reach level 80. Now, 80 is a significant level. It's really high. As a matter of fact, it used to be the highest possible level you could achieve until Bethesda removed the cap with the dome.
I am Knight Paladin Gelabor. Welcome to the Great Chantry of Oriel.
This cave is the Temple of Oriel.
Oriel, Alkosh, Akatosh, so many different names for the sovereign of the Snow Elves.
Snow Elves, you're a farmer.
I prefer Snow Elf. The name Falmer usually holds a negative meaning to most travelers. Those twisted creatures you call Falmer, I call the Betrayed.
I imagine you know why we're here.
Of course. You're here for Oriel's bow. Why else would you be here? I can help you get it, but first, I must have your assistance.
A challenge to appear. Now, he doesn't have any particular score he's trying to settle.
What do you
I
need?
need you to kill Archcurate Vertha, my brother.
Is quite dilapidated in this town.
Why?
The kinship between us is gone. I don't understand what he's become, but he's no longer the brother I once knew. It was the Betrayed. They did something to him. I just don't know why Oriel would allow this to happen.
What exactly they do?
They swept into the Chantry without warning, and began killing everyone without pause.
No villains to be slain, no challenges to face. Except
Didn't you fight back?
The Chantry was a place of peaceful worship. I led a small group of paladins, but we were no match for the Betrayed's sheer numbers. They slaughtered everyone and stormed the inner sanctum where I believe they corrupted Vertha.
You don't even know if he's alive?
He's alive. I've seen him, but something's wrong. He never looks as though he's in pain or under duress. He just stands there and watches, as though waiting.
Is big. Really, really big. He's bigger than any other humanoid or elf.
Have you tried getting into the inner sanctum?
Leaving the way shrines unguarded would be violating my sacred duty as a knight paladin of Auriel. And an assault on the Betrayed guarding the inner sanctum would only end with my death.
His own script that allows him to be roughly 25% larger
Way shrine?
than the
Yes, let me show you.
baked into the game's NPC creator. Well, there is one other NPC in the game who uses the same size script as Mr. Ebony Pants. And that character is Stu, the Nord god of trials and tribulations whom we encounter outside
So
of
this is snow
at the end of the
archaeology.
game's main quest.
Incredible.
Stu is the
This
only
structure
other
is known as a
character
way shrine.
in the
They were used for
base
meditation
game.
and for transport
More on what I
when the
mean by
Chantry
that
was a
later,
place of
who is
enlightenment.
the same
Prelates of
size
these
as
shrines
the
were
Ebony
charged
Warrior.
with teaching the mantras of Auriel to our
These
initiates.
special dimensions
What's that basin in the center
are
signify?
something about divinity.
Once the initiate completed his
Maybe they
mantras,
signal that
he'd dip a
much like
ceremonial
Stu,
ewer in the basin of the
Ebony
way shrine's
Warrior
center
is
and
more
proceed to
than
the
just
next way
another
shrine.
evil
So these initiates had to
And
lug
as
around a
we'll see in
heavy
a bit,
pitcher of water.
that seems to be the
Marvelous.
case.
How long would they have to do that?
Well, once the initiate's enlightenment was complete, he'd bring the ewer to the Chantry's inner sanctum. Pouring the contents of the ewer into the sacred basin of the sanctum would allow him to enter for an audience with the arch-curate himself.
All that just to end up dumping it out? Makes no sense to me.
It's symbolic. I don't expect you to understand.
So, let's get this straight. We need to do all that nonsense to get into the temples so we can kill your brother and play Lana's bow.
I know how it all sounds. But if there was another way, I'd have done it long ago.
Nonetheless, after being issued out in the Nord, what is the marker
The only way to get to my brother is by following in the initiate's footsteps and traveling from way shrine to way shrine, just as they did. The first lay at the end of Darkfall Passage, a cavern that represents the absence of enlightenment.
There will be no formalities. There is no walking up to the Ebony Warrior
How many are there?
initiating dialogue.
There are 5 in total, spread far apart across the Chantry.
Instead, upon our arrival, the Ebony Warrior
These caves must be massive.
Caves? Oh no. The Chantry encompasses far more than a few caves, as you'll soon discover. But before I send you on your way, you'll need the initiate's ewer.
I need to fill this at each one?
Once you've located a way shrine, there'll be a spectral prelate tending to it. They will allow you to draw the waters from the shrine's basin, as if you've been enlightened.
I'll be off.
This may be the last time we're able to converse. If you have any questions before you leave, I suggest you ask them. Otherwise, all I can do now is grant you my hopes for a safe journey.
700 points of health. This is already crazy. It's
Questions?
more than miracle.
I expected as much.
When you consider the fact that he's also wearing a full set of ebony armor that offers its own few hundred points of protection, it's an even more challenging
That
deal.
wasn't as unpleasant as I thought it would be.
Equipment
Kind of soothing, actually. I feel a little warmer now.
problem enough already, but he also has nearly a dozen additional perks, many of which compound and increase that sword's damage to a ridiculous number. I mean, seriously, take a look at this guy's perks.
Where'd you come from? That'll teach you.
Being able to use the unrelenting force and dragon disarm shouts at will, without even needing to respect the time limits. He can shout quicker than us. Alas, if you're looking for tips on how to defeat this opponent, you've come to the wrong video. All I really recommend is that you just bring your best set of gear and a lot of health potions, and hope you can resist his damage longer than you can endure this. Traditionally, a popular community tactic that usually works against enemies with super high damage is around spam.
Where'd you come from?
That allows him to resist all paralysis attacks. So, you gotta fight him first. No matter, when your foe finally does fall, he'll simply say the words, "At last, sovereign God," as he welcomes his fate and his corpse drops to the floor for us to loot. And while this is pretty much the end of the quote-unquote official Ebony Warrior quest, the mystery gets even deeper for you. As when you go into the Nord paradise? Does he have some sort of fascination with the culture or divine mission he's on? It's unclear. Furthermore, this revelation means that the Ebony Warrior is the only non-Nord in the game, with the possible exception of the player, who's capable of dragon shouting. Such a bizarre fact has given rise to some speculation that perhaps the Ebony Warrior himself is a dragon lord, or maybe the Red Guard god equivalent to that of what the Nords call a dragon lord. And it would seem to fit in line with other information we have. That it's possible for non-divine people and ordinary lords it's obviously a big deal that the Ebony Warrior has this ability. He either received some sort of incredibly special education, or has some magical characteristics behind him. If somehow you're not already thoroughly spooked about this man, a look in his inventory reveals that the warrior also carries both a human and a day trade card, as well as several flawless soul gems worth tens of thousands of septims in value, making this whole little Easter egg boss battle quite worth our time.
Treatment, travel, housing, or food. So they can
Unfortunately, though, it's at this point Bethesda really just leaves us on a cliffhanger to speculate for ourselves. They provide no further insight on the nature of the war. What's going on? What should have been last? So, what's up? Well, we've been trying to answer this question for well over a decade. And it's one of the most fascinating things in the entire game about this world. It's one of the most But first, I want to take you guys back to the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. You see, in this game, if you happen to ask an innkeeper in the Suran trade house if she's heard any rumors lately, she'll tell you about a mysterious orb that's been running around the region in a full set of parts. Specifically pulled out of our Lady Hera. Located in the Molag Amur region of Morrowind. His name is Ulfr. And when you talk with him, you'll find that his personality and motivations are very similar to those of the Ebony Warrior who just battled against. Upon approaching the war, the player would follow its. Now, like many of the NPCs in Morrowind, this one doesn't. Wholesale slaughter of men, women, entire races of people. Villages have burned before my eyes. My hand has held the burden, and my hand has thrown water on the flames. I have been ankle deep in blood, swinging Ulfra in a long hole, all to the point of that, and here I still stand. I have no more. I have saved 4 pounds for the house of Daedra, and I have slaughtered men for the glory of countless nobles. All that's left to me is my own death, and the gods have cheated me out of it. All I ask is to die like a warrior, but how can that be? I don't believe it is too much to ask to die as a warrior should, in fact. It is my curse, though, that I have found no one invested in me. Can you come and lift me from these shackles of life? Come then, be the new wielder of Ulfra. So, as you can see, this character is very similar to in his motivations for facing the plague. He doesn't hate us or have a grudge or anything. He simply wants to die a noble death, and he can't find anyone else to give it to him. Furthermore, and in my opinion, significantly more importantly, also like the Ebony Warrior, this old man does not give us its actual name. Instead, he tells us to call him by his sword name, as the sword become one with him in his identity. Well, if we choose to accept the challenge and face the orc in battle, which, by the way, this orc is not nearly as strong as our Ebony Warrior. It's much more similar to a normal end of dungeon fights, so you shouldn't have too much trouble disposing of it. Once you defeat the orc, you can take Ulfra from his body. It's an enchanted ebony longsword that allows the player to steal the soul of any opponent it's used to defeat. Now, after defeating the orc and taking the blade, there's nothing really left for us to do with this whole episode of the game. The quest doesn't go on. It's just kind of a miscellaneous
Something's
thing
not
that
right
ends
here.
abruptly.
Be careful.
However,
I think we may be in for some
Lord,
trouble.
there exists a book called Tamriel and Lord, written by a character named Yagrim Bagon. Now, Yagrim Bagon is an actual NPC we can meet in the world. He's believed to be the last living dwarf left in all of Tamriel after the race's mysterious disappearance long ago. Anyway, apparently sometime during this man's lonely existence, he wrote this book, Tamriel and Lore, that provides a brief history of the various divine and Daedric artifacts that can be found throughout the game. And one of those artifacts he mentioned is the sword, Umbra. Here's its entry. Quote, the Umbra sword was enchanted by the ancient witch Naendra Way, at the direction of Clavicus Bond, Daedric Prince of Bardians, and its sole purpose was to collect souls for the Daedric. Used in conjunction with a soul gem, the sword allows the wielder the opportunity to imprison an enemy's soul in the gem. Naendra was executed for her evil creation, but not before she was able to hide the sword. The Umbra sword is very choosy when it comes to owners, and therefore remains hidden until a worthy one is found. So that's about all lore really has to say on it. There's not much more lore we can find on this item in the game. However, thankfully, Umbra makes a reappearance in the Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion, and a lot more about the weapon's backstory is explained. In this game, once the player reaches level 20, you'll be able to travel to the Shrine of Clavicus Bond, which will
Where'd you come from?
So, apparently Clavicus Vile wants his Umbra sword back, and here, he's requesting that we, the player, begin searching for it at Hell's Gate, a small village located just south of Cyrodiil. When we arrived here, the locals, in exchange for some bribe money, will reveal that long ago, the sword was taken by a Bosmer resident of the village named Lenwin. Evidently, after stealing the Ultra sword, Lenwin slowly began to go mad and to lose her sense of identity. She became aggressive and bizarre, and eventually flooded the entire community outright. The community's humorously named patriarch, Hiroki the Wide, claims that Lenwin, now calling herself Umbra, has fled to the Vidasal ruins, where she hopes her anger can be contained, and she'll be able to live with the sword without hurting anyone else.
Welcome to Bell Gate. What brings you
It
around here?
almost doesn't even look real, you know?
I know, Umbra. But you're a stranger.
Where'd you come from?
They say you can steal a man's soul. I know of at least one soul you stole. Lenwin. She's the one who found the blasted thing. I suppose you want to hear about the person now. Who's Umbra? I can tell you who Umbra is. Lenwin. She's my apprentice. So she found that soul. Just showed up with me one day. Said it was called Umbra. But she was different. She'd always been fair with sword. She began looking for things, became bloodthirsty, then started calling herself Umbra, not sword. Finally signed on with some mercenary, but I hear that it we haven't seen her. Can't say for sure. Some say they've seen her nearby, near the Vidasal. Might just be wishful thinking. If she's around, she hasn't come into Bell Gate. Or should she? I hear that girl is long gone. If you seek her out, take care. She's a powerful woman. Or at least that sword is. I'd steer clear if I were you.
Where'd you come from?
It was
Interestingly, she dons a full set of ebony armor. Unlike the orphan earlier, upon approaching her, she won't be immediately hostile. Instead, much like her predecessor, she'll begin a long speech, explaining her life story and coming off as rather proud of her life. Before finally offering them one last chance to avoid bloodshed and dissolution. Unfortunately, though, we know that's not possible. her very damage resistant, and she was a pretty powerful base stats on her own. Either way, though, once you've defeated her, you'll have the ability to take the sword back to the front Prophet's file in exchange for a reward. Alternatively, you can also choose not to give the sword back and just keep it for yourself. The fun goes for the in a second. Now, here's where things get kind of interesting. The sword does not appear in the main stage of Skyrim at all. It's just not present. Prophet's file, David puts it forward, does make an appearance and has its own mini quest line. However, that involves Rocket treating an entirely different and unrelated artifact. At least, not in the base game. However, in March 2019, Skyrim's Creation Club, everybody's favorite service, received a pretty big update. And in this update, a new creation was added to the marketplace, called P13 for 500 credits. Now, hold your rage, bear with me for a second. This P13 creation was kind of interesting, because rather than just add the sword into the player's inventory like most creations do, this one instead adds a new dungeon into the game that the player must crawl through in order to acquire the object. And this new dungeon is called Champion's Rest. Take a look at its location on the map for a second. Notice how remarkably close to the last vigil it is, where we actually face off against the Ebony Warrior after accepting its duel challenge. Seriously, Champion's Rest is like on the same trail we have to follow to get to the last vigil. Clearly, someone made this placement on purpose. At least you would think, right? Well, let's continue. Upon entering the cabin, we'll find ourselves in its first chamber, where a small campsite seems to have been set up. And on a table will be a journal titled Vigilance Report that gives us some insight on this location. It's a pretty short read, so
Old
I'll
chains
just
and
read the whole thing.
traps. Be careful here. Whatever's on the other side of this,
Vigilant
Palmer wanted to
Stendar,
keep it
do
there.
hereby issue this report on my investigation into the reports of dark presence within Champion's Rest.
Where'd you come from? That'll teach you. By the blood.
Champion's Rest is the site of an ancient battle arena, where Nords would test their mettle in gladiator combat. Long believed to be lost to time, it was recently uncovered by mining prospectors near Shore's Stone, after discovering a new deposit of silver. Upon discovery, the miners say they witnessed a, quote, ghost clad head to toe in armor.
Where'd you come from?
What they said next was even more provoking. The speaker wielded a massive blade, which seemed to whisper to them in their minds. This hints at the workings of a powerful David artifact. The only relic that matches this description is
Where'd you come from?
or, by some accounts, destroyed. Umbra is a sentient weapon who corrupts its bearer and compels them to kill so that the blade may feast on the souls of those it slays. It appears to have resurfaced here, though why, I can't say. If the apparition that haunts this site is truly the resurgence of Umbra, it could be very powerful, and
I think that's
Shore's
another
Stone
way shrine up
is
there.
in great
Here we go.
Okay, so objectively this place, Champion's Rest.
Welcome,
It's
initiate.
some sort of
This,
galactic-
then behold Ariel's gift, my child. May it light your path as you seek tranquility within the inner sanctum.
Wielder Umbra is somewhere.
May Ariel's brilliance illuminate your path.
For the most part, this dungeon is just like any other. It's good 10 to 15 minutes to clear, and it's loaded with skeletons, draugrs, double puzzles. You know, what you expect out of Skyrim campaigns. Though, something
May Ariel's brilliance illuminate your path.
is that out of the corner of your eye, a ghost clad in ebony armor will briefly appear and disappear before you get a good look at it. And so, finally, at the end of the cave, we'll enter a giant amphitheater. With that ebony
May
ghost
Ariel's brilliance illuminate your path.
in a bit of a praying animation. This is the first field of
May Ariel's brilliance illuminate your path.
and yet another epic boss battle will ensue. As you've probably come to expect by now, Umbra is no easy foe to face in Skyrim. And in fact, I'd argue that
May Ariel's brilliance illuminate.
Ebony Warrior himself. Because not only does Umbra wear a very similar full set of ebony armor with a very
Path.
but he also remains in ghost form for most of his battle, and is therefore completely immune to damage. The player can only hurt this foe when he leaves his ghost form every few minutes for a brief moment of rest. And when he does leave his ghost form to become flush again, several bound ghosts will spawn around him and only further harass the player, making this a very, very difficult fight to come out of your mouth. Now, remember when earlier in the video, I made a really big deal about the Ebony Warrior's uniquely large size, and how he and Asun are the only characters in the base game that have this 25% size bump? Well, this Ultra enemy we're facing also has that same size group. And this character, who, mind you, is fully clad in dark black ebony armor, is also the exact same size as the Ebony Warrior. He had the buff. I find this shared detail to be almost too big of a coincidence.
This is incredible. It's like a whole other world. Come on, the bow has to be in this valley somewhere.
Remember, Champion's Rest just so happens to be located next to the spot where we defeat the vanilla enemy. So the some sort of connection between these two things is still somewhat included.
Where'd you come from?
After defeating this version of the ground, scrolls are brought and will be treated differently. In there will be some of the expected items. Of course, some of the items and legendary scrolls. That he's a red guard like the Ebony Warrior, but instead an Imperial with pitch black eyes, an illusion possessing effects of the blade. On our way out, it's also possible to stumble across a notebook titled Treasure Hunter Journal, and it seems to have been written by the Imperial man who we just faced as Umbra. His original name was Crestinus, and he came to Skyrim from Cyrodiil in search of abandoned caverns and new mining opportunities. Unfortunately, he seems to
Better be careful on there.
to handle
Eli and Alice hung it up.
David landing Champion's Rest, he heard the Umbra sort of whisper to him, and, well, the rest is history. But, so obviously there are some things, but that's going to be addressed, and the ebony are very similar and identical in their stats. However, aside from those large and obvious details, we don't really have any of them perfect link. There's no local dialogue we come across in the dungeon that explains the connection. Instead, there are just these inferences scattered out and we're supposed to put together. It's worth noting that the books so perhaps the Ebony Warrior was involved in some mining operations into this cave. However, that connection may be incidental at best. Furthermore, I should also point out that the Ebony Warrior has a special enchanted ebony sword. It doesn't have the exact same enchantment as the Umbra sword, which allows you to steal souls, but instead it possesses the Vampire enchantment, which allows the player to
What?
targets and absorb that HP. So maybe if we squint our eyes a bit, we could see this sword the Ebony Warrior. But even then, it's not the kind of solid smoking gun connection we're looking for. Because we still can't confirm this Umbra theory, despite what I consider to be a preponderance of evidence, I'd like to take this time right now and switch our focus over to an entirely different theory that's been around for much longer than this one. You see, it wasn't
Is that
really
another
until
one of
this
those
new
way
theory
shrines up there?
that people
I wonder
began
where
to
this one
seriously
goes.
consider the association between
Welcome,
the
initiate. This is the Way Shrine of Sight.
there had been an entire
Are you prepared to honor the mantras of Ariel and fill your vessel with his enlightenment?
but instead a famed Redguard gun.
Then behold Ariel's gift, my child. May it speed your journey to the inner sanctum.
Gods with slightly different names. Redguards are a little bit more unique. They've got a whole entire set of beliefs.
I'm no fan of the sun. It could be better than this.
God, the Redguard religion, is known as P13. Now, the best way I can explain P13 to someone who's not very well versed in the Redguard pantheon is that it's kind of like the Hammerfell version.
Oh, what the hell is this?
Just like how the Dovahkiin is a
Fucking two of them?
the soul of a dragon who appears at critical
I guess there's one there for you, girl. If you want it, take it. Right Arvax.
Found in the Empire, or of course the player when saving the world from Alderaan. Wounding is kind of like
There should be
in a
one
bit that he manifests in a material
right
form.
over here.
The Redguard people are in need of a hero to help them. There have been several instances of these.
So you're just gonna follow me? The other Arvax was gonna follow? Oh man, I got fucking heartburn. Let me get something for my heartburn, guys.
720 of the first era. Frandar and most Redguards during this time period did not live in Tamriel. Instead, they lived on an island chain west of Tamriel called Yakutin. Hence the adjective Yakutin. But Frandar's legacy is that he led the Redguard people away from these islands when they began to seek in the sea, and established his race on the coasts of Hammerfell, hence bringing the Redguards over here. bit more about him. Here in our year, we learned that he was a deep devotee of a practice known as sword singing. Now, unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of information about what exactly sword singing is, but what it seems to be is basically the Redguard version of dragon shouting through some sort of divine relationship they have with their weapons. It seems as though certain Redguards who possess the right gift or simply study enough are able to use their blades in such a way that they produce powerful sounds. Sound familiar? And evidently Randar was a big devotee of this. So much so that he ended up developing an entire new philosophy around appropriately using this power for good. A philosophy which he called the Way of the Sword. Now, if that philosophy name, the Way of the Sword, sounds kind of familiar to you, it definitely should. Because in the Elder Scrolls V, we learned that the Greybeards practice a philosophy they call the Way of the Voice, created by their founder, a man named Jurgen Windhall. There are also several strong similarities in both the stories of Jurgen and Brandar. In of it that they both won great battles, proceeded to live in isolation for several years before developing benevolent philosophies, so on and so forth. Not only that, but they also lived during the same time period, in around the 700s of the First Era, which is a little sus if you ask me. Another, even more relevant character that's said to be a manifestation of Erding is a legendary figure known as Ragnar Evan, also called the Black Knight. Now, this dude has never directly appeared in any of the Elder Scrolls games. Instead, he's really just a name that occasionally gets sprinkled in books here and there, but we've been hearing about him ever since Daggerfall in 98. All of our sources describe Ebenar similarly. He's very
Spiders? Like the ones right there.
Specifically, always wear the full suit of Ebony.
Who's there? Described as having his right arm literally fused with his ebony blade. It's so bright out here. I don't know how you stand it.
All see an arm and a magnificent ebony blade, which are extended. The fused arm and sword are a result and symbol of the rules suffered by this god during titanic battles in the youth of his world.
This is the kind of thing I've been wanting to see. Makes everything else worth it.
You know, being connected to the blade implying he's just really attuned with the weapon and familiar with it. However, the cloak appears in multiple books, so Bethesda seems to be literal. Nonetheless, due to similar choices for attire and apparent divine status, many players have begun to speculate that perhaps the Ebony Warrior is really just another manifestation of this Raymond Ebony.
You've reached the way shrine of love. Ariel bless you, child, for you are a step closer to the inner sanctum and everlasting wisdom.
Shut up and bring the fucking thing up.
It's those that are the connection with this Redguard deity and the soul's practice offers a reasonable explanation behind the ruins. Additionally, it's hard to ignore the fact that they both stem from the same Redguard culture. Everything seems to fit together here. However, there are also still some things this doesn't explain. Like, for instance, why has the Ebony Warrior appeared now? What critical danger do the Redguard people face? Furthermore, what grudge will this being seek to settle with the dragon?
Okay, can't get through that way.
Ebony, Figure, and Erding are described as agents for peace, who resent the idea of bloodshed and
I think it's like right up over there somewhere.
Their personalities. Also, what would a Redguard deity want to get into Sovngarde for? Then again, why would a Redguard crocodile go into Sovngarde at all? Interestingly, In the Elder Scrolls Online's game files, we can find various references to Raymond Ebenon, including several pieces of concept art making a character. However, he never actually appears in the game itself, so anything they were planning to have done must have been cut. Furthermore, several of the books throughout Elder Scrolls history that mention Raymond Ebenon reappear in ESO. However, they have all references directly to the character removed. Like, they delete entire paragraphs where his name is incidentally brought up. Almost like they're trying to retcon this figure out of existence. So, it's really difficult to decide whether or not this Raymond Hoonding theory has any weight, considering that Bethesda doesn't even seem to be sure with the fate of the character. It's entirely possible that the developers really did have some sort of narrative plan for this Ebony Warrior link, but just ended up determining it wasn't practical and abandoning it. At the same time, though, there still exist many differences between the characters. Raven is said to have blondish red hair and blue eyes, whereas the Ebony Warrior has brown hair and brown eyes. I mean, sure, there could be some hair dye and colored contacts involved, but...
You've arrived at the way. Then go forth, child. May the enrichment of Ariel strengthen your resolve as you undertake your journey
shut up,
to
dude.
the inner
Just
sanctum.
fucking cast your fucking
May
thing.
Ariel's glow shield you from your
Come
enemy.
on.
And the others suggesting that he's a manifestation of the ancient red gold god. The known is sometimes Ebony armor. But alas,
May Ariel's glow shield you from your enemy.
there's one last piece of, shall we say, evidence that I would like to show you regarding the in 2019, they were like Nahira and Nocturnal himself. However, there's one entry in this story the name is one of but here's its description. Quote, a spirit of men. After the death of Faramay and Lorca, none summons, save Azura, Ophia, and the Flood. But only they...
Hey, come on, punk. Where you at?
It's sometimes used in songs I think we've done a pretty good job at giving this Ebony Warrior video its proper justice. We're discussing it before, but none that I've seen has really explored this full feature. And I'm sure there's quite a bit that I'm missing, which you guys can remind me of in the comments down below. Good stuff, everybody. As always, like and subscribe.
Yeah, hot. Stuff hot, bitch. Where the fuck? I hate this when it does this shit.
Today, we'll be exploring what is definitely one of Skyrim's most well-known and talked about mysteries. That being the question, or questions, of what is going on with the P13 sanctuary, and what did the Falcon know? Okay, so if you're unfamiliar with what the P13 sanctuary is, or any of what I'm talking about, don't fret. In a moment, we'll go over the in-depth summary that should explain it all well enough for even non-old school players to easily understand. But for right now, let's just say that there's this tiny, unlike North ruin that the player can visit in Skyrim that allows us to travel.
Yeah, well, where the fuck were you?
Ancient dragon-esque magical power that will still
another one there.
And apparently, that the Falcon is trying to secure for themselves. Chances are, if you're a long-time fan of the channel, you already know what I'm talking about, as we've mentioned this place and its associated curiosities before in previous videos. However, we've never quite had the time to go over everything and assess all the moving parts and implications of this subject. And listen, the topics of that subject include multiple developments related to the episode 4. But the plot before is the topic discussed. Thus, today, we are finally going to tackle this topic with all of the attention it deserves. We'll start by going over an introduction to the mystery at hand, where we'll find out some very important details, as it will break us into some of the clues the writers have left, as well as interesting information in the game. Finally, we'll analyze some big related things revealed not too long ago in ESO. By the time all is said and done, we will have unraveled a surprisingly twisted hidden narrative that has some major implications for the future of this universe. And while, admittedly, I can't say these things will be 100% solved in the first, I think we'll have a pretty good idea of what the writers were suggesting, and personally figured it out. Anyway, without any further ado, let's get forth and explore Skyrim's oddest on-farm location. Order. Beginning with the introduction, hopefully this will serve to jolt any fuzzy memories and make sure we're all on the same page. I remember when I first had this whole concept explained to me, I was very confused, so we'll be as thorough as possible. Anyway, in Skyrim, nestled within a mountain range that lies on the border between the holds of Yolmarch and Whiteland, is an abandoned, ancient North city called P13. Though our map refers to it as the Labyrinth, for reasons we'll explain in a bit. Now, despite playing no role in the game's main quest line, this location is very impressive. It's easily the most suited in the game. According to various in-game books, is that it
did a double kill
of Skyrim itself. Well, maybe. Kind of. You know what? Lord. So long ago, and I mean long ago, like thousands or maybe even tens of thousands of years in the past, the Lords of Skyrim were
ruled not by a human king or emperor, but instead by dragons. Yes, these winged beasts once had domain over this region's people. And, in fact, Alduin, the main antagonist of the Elder Scrolls, was the leader of Aldovas back then. While these creatures certainly enjoyed the power they had, they weren't really all that interested in actually running the society they controlled. They didn't want to waste their time collecting pieces, creating laws, and settling disputes with citizens. Ending fun. They trusted and the priests were dead. Bromjanar was abandoned, and the victorious Nords founded the new Kingdom of Skyrim, which exists in some capacity to this very day. Well, rumor has it that not every
Come on, girl.
does, and it said some
Yeah, you fucking ran off. You're supposed to be up here with me.
And hundreds of souls of the innocent. But those are just rumors. Oh, well, point is, this place, Bromjanar, was once the provinces of most but inside, you'll find an odd scene. A skeleton lies next to a wooden mat, slumped against some sort of altar with busts on it. What happened? A treasure hunt gone wrong? Perhaps abandoned attack? Well, also on the floor here is a note titled, "I Thugs Missing." And, well, I'll just read it to you. Well, it seems like an easy enough job. Bronze and me does plenty like it before.
Come on, girl.
Some chip's friend wants body
Your ass up here.
Fun. Easy quick for us. He goes on about this once forsaken axe of his the whole world of axe. Got a pretty good weapon, but he smashed it and put it onto his head. He opened the fire and stood up. It's hard out here on your own. You realize that fast and shut up about it. So, he thumbs through some papers and others. Never mind that me and Rob had become state controls together, and he considers no more. What's the mask on? The next is not so much as big. For a while, there's no way. And Rob was over here that had one. When? That mask in his hand. Then let's not believe it. It's this is what he's paying us for. Then the mask back on his sorry face, but he's gone again. Unseen close to his visibility, but at the end of our first group, he wasn't forward. And if he shows up again, I promise Azura I'm putting this dagger through his chest to keep him in one place. We'll further loot off him dead, then he could have paid a lot. But not that mask. That first thing can stay, and rot within the drawer. Right. And... so this kind of explains. The author of our letter was a gold. Helps of shady threat and in fact, make the journey. For this journey to understand.
Think you were hiding, trying to act like a fucking jack in the box there, bitch?
Not the most solid construction here. About what I'd expect from
is still
creatures like this.
And when we put it on, we'll immediately be teleported to an alternate version of this room that appears new. And let's find out. It almost feels like we've gone back in time, when Rajnar was still popular. This is where the brain must have disappeared to. Sadly, we can't leave the room and explore the past like Marty McFly or anything. You're stuck. And the only way is to just
Like Marty McFly.
interact with that alter view.
Fucking idiot.
Now, okay, before we go any further, let's pause right here and take another minute to point something out and explain a very important concept. This wooden mask that may or may not have just given us the warning is obviously a dragon priest mask. We've already explained through the dragon priest before. They were the humans that governed in the Dova's name long ago. No need to repeat that. But something I didn't mention was that the dragons gave every single one of their priests a unique, customized mask in exchange for their service that symbolized their status. Which, honestly, is sort of sweet. This is one of those. Every mask had a one-of-a-kind enchantment that granted the wearer some type of power. In priests would name their masks for themselves. So, hypothetically, say my name is Bob, I would name my mask Bob 2. Maybe we get one of these stories, but there are a total of 8 named...
Looks like they're better at making traps than they are at making bridges. A strange race, these Falmer.
Others will lead along the way in certain places, and every one of those 8 will drop their own special mask after they've been slain in battle with the dragon with their name attached. For example, the priest Proxus will always hang out around Cheerpoint Hole, and when you defeat him, you can loot his mask. Proxus from a Identity. Its enchantment offers a 20%
Where'd you come from?
Get him, guys!
Just end the 8 we can keep off the game's vanilla dragon quests. If you do have all 8, if you killed all the priests and taken all of their helmets and placed them on the throne, I'm thinking this is a trick. I guess. This bad boy is called Canard, and it boasts an especially menacing appearance, sporting a unique color scheme, a unique shape, and tusks. Furthermore, more importantly, it arguably offers the best enchantment of all, allowing the wearer to receive a massive HP boost whenever your health bar falls below 15%. Once you've picked it up, simply take off the wooden mask, and now you'll have knowledge in the real world, ready for use. Now, okay, this is a great reward, and none of what we've done to earn it is tied to any quests at all. Well, I mean, certain Dragon Priest masks can only be encountered in certain quests, so to get all 8 we do need to finish quite a few missions, but there are the specific quests telling us to go here, nor are there any objective. This entire secret time travel room and the Gnarlic wooden masks are all things that we can only find on our own, or with the help of one of these videos. The big question here, though, is which Dragon Priest did the Canonic mask belong to? Remember, every mask was named after its owner, and in the same vein, again, who did the wooden mask belong to? Complicating matters even even further, as I suggested at the beginning of this video, the Elder seemed to have some idea of the Kunara and or wooden masks, and the players were seeing them in a limited capacity. Probably. You see, in the ring, there's a large ancient woman called Corelhot, sitting high at some mountains. When the player arrives there, we'll find a titled man named Captain Bowden sitting outside of Rome. Makes expansion off of whether or not the player sided with Admiral the Imperial or Raylock the Stormcloak when escaping Elfin. Bellamy will inform the player that in order to further the Civil War cause, he needs you to run inside Morelhot, kill the dragon priest inside, named Brigon, and bring his mask back to him. Once you've done so, he promises you some coin and a promotion in whichever army you're a part of. Now, clearly, this gentleman is very deceptive. He's not a captain at all, but instead, a secret Balmor operative. And once you've gone through the dungeon, gotten the mask, and have come back out, you'll find that he's already talking to another soldier, feeding them the same lie, asking that they do the same thing. When he realizes that you caught him red-handed, he'll turn hostile and attack. On Valmir's body is a letter titled Orders. It reads as follows. Quote, you will proceed to the ruins of Morelhot to retrieve the mask from the dragon cult there. If you
Yeah, I'm watching Epic Nate
it is unlikely
on my laptop.
Skyrim to be clever enough to see through the skies. Once you've obtained the mask, bring it back to Labyrinth. And so the older Dominion seems to have at least known something about the Brukenor sanctuary. They seem to have at least known that they needed to bring Dragon Priest masks there, though it's unclear exactly how in-depth their knowledge was. Furthermore, many have argued that perhaps that dead Breton who brought the wooden mask to the sanctuary was also working on the mask. So, personally, I think that's the Breton
See you later.
All it does for us is restore hope whenever it gets built. I don't see why they would have placed such a tremendous value. So, it does have
Can't see me, can ya?
Aside from just getting healed, there's a 3% chance it might summon a quote-unquote spectral dragon priest to the battlefield to aid the player for 60 seconds. It's not that tremendous, but the only obvious thing of the power is summon dragon priests to the mortal realm. Or at least some of their spectral shit. Sure, we can only do it for 60 seconds, but maybe that's just a gameplay thing. Maybe it's possible to summon more than as for how the elves but the Dominion doesn't know much about
Get them, boys.
By destroying you!
Good one, guys.
That I haven't brought up yet is that unlike all the other Dragon Priest masks, we don't know what it's made of. You see, in the case of the other 8 or maybe 9 masks, we can tell what material they were made of based off of which one of
Where
our
the fuck are you hiding, son?
and what materials are needed to temper them. So, for example,
Ready to turn us over here.
ebony, Otar is made
I
out
think
of
we're almost to the end of this freaking.
but it's a little bit weird. It interacts with our
A little bit more shit to go through, and then we're gonna be at the
which
end.
is ominous. Yet we temper it with
She's gonna wait for me to get there, and then she's gonna show up.
Because Renora is the only piece of armor, or real armor, in the entire game that Golden Ages have. Their only other purpose is to be sold or used in pieces of jewelry, like rings, necklaces, and circlets. Furthermore, Renora's
Stay on your guard.
is shockingly high. It's the highest of any mask.
I knew she'd show up soon.
You see where I'm going with this. Gold shouldn't be that strong no matter what. Now, the good news is, there is another way we can tell what the Dragon Priest masks were made out of. By looking at their editor IDs, accessible in Skyrim's creation kit or through console commands. This literally will just give away their base material. For example, the editor ID for Morogai's mask is, quote, Armed Dragon Priest Mask, Moonstone, Helmet 01. So, there you go, right there. You can tell Morogai's helmet is made out of Moonstone. The editor ID for Otar's helmet is Armored Dragon Priest Mask, Bronze, Helmet 01. That one's wrong. However, Renoric is weird. Its editor ID is simply Armored Dragon Priest Mask, Ultra.
That's not gonna let me go through that. Come on, girl, let's go.
Let's get indoors.
I
Or
want to
in
go
a
back
cave.
through. Come on.
Anywhere, just out of this.
This is a... Let's take a step back and consolidate our... We know that the
Fucking damn your ass.
We suspect that whatever
Why wouldn't you
organization
just
the Brett
fucking
was from
move?
was also interested. We know the Dragonfold thought the mask was so special, it shouldn't have been accessed without the consent of their 8 Skyrim members. And now we know the devs are intentionally trying to hide whatever material was used to forge the Tusky bit. So, it may have been gold or Daedric related.
Where you can fucking come? We came this way, right?
But we can start to consider potential candidates. So
No, we didn't come this way.
And then we move into what ESO has to say. Mirak feels like an almost...
I smell.
I knew I heard something. I'm not gonna die like this.
Well, you ran in front of me. That's your fault, girl.
Knowing how strong he was, the organization could have decided that no one was to access this material.
Where'd you send him to?
This would also serve to explain Renaric's
Like, boom, he fucking disappeared. They chopped him into shit.
its ability to rapidly boost the wearer's HP whenever it gets too low, could even go so far as to allude to the last-minute mistake that was made by Mira. This guy's a very, very strong hit. At the same time, we have some pretty good reasons to doubt Mirac's connection to the Tusky Mountain. Like, the guy already...
Hot pants, hot pants.
offers a compelling case of his own. He is the Dragon Priest that personally defeated Mirak in single combat during the School Revolt, and Vinlock is largely credited by Skull historians for saving the world from tentacle tyranny. We can come across this priest even on the island of Solstheim in DLC 4. He's very hostile to the player, so keep your distance. However, you'll notice that he's the only Dragon Lord in the game that isn't wearing a mask. That has to be a huge move, right? there's a single mask in the world named Denaric that we can find without a Dragon Priest owner. And Balon just so happens to be the only Dragon Priest missing his mask. Since he was the man who led the fight against Mirak and ultimately saved the day, he would have held a high rank in society, if not the highest rank, and a helm that translates to Warlord would have been a good match. But if the tusked item was Balon's, why did the Order choose to secure it in this way?
Fucking wings are flopping. That's why I fucking shot a fucking fireball at it. Look, they're still flopping. Look at them.
Ysgramor is another possibility. Hear me. I tell the story of Ysgramor like twice a month at least, but just in case you're unacquainted, Nords aren't true natives to Tamriel. Their original homeland is a mysterious landmass north of the continent called Atmor. Tens of thousands of years ago, these Nords started sailing down and arriving on the shores of Skyrim from there. Now, at the same point in time, a race of elves called the Snow Elves were already here. But for a while, people just coexisted fine. Long story short, peace was not meant to last, and a war broke out between the men and Myrtle. And this dude named Ysgramor came from Atmor to Skyrim with 500 of the best warriors he could find. And he and his men, or companions, quickly drove the Snow Elves to extinction in a brutal military campaign, and claimed this province in the name of the Nords. Today, he's honored as one of the greatest men to have ever lived, and is modeled for all positive virtues. And Ysgramor was totally working with the Dragon Bolts, even if everybody forgot or pretends he didn't. Because Atmor, at the time period in which he was coming from it, was already ruled by the Dragon Bolts. And when Ysgramor arrived, following the conquest and everything, he never declared himself king. In fact, he seems to have just let the Dragon Bolts start to take over, almost as if he was cool with that. We know for a fact that by the time Ysgramor passed away, the DC was in full control of the region. So it seems fair to say that the man was probably working with them. If you want more evidence, the tomb of Ysgramor's son, Ingol, contains a lot of dragon-esque memorabilia. There are dragon foot motifs on the walls, dragon claws laying all over the place. And what's funny is Ingol himself will be a spectral dragon priest instead. Ingol's the only character that this happens with, by the way. The dragon priest in the game is the one we can summon. Though there aren't the same dragon priest motives all over the place. Those are replaced with icons of Time and Shore and the Nordic totem gods. Could Denaric have been Ysgramor's own mask, and the cult is simply preserving it due to its historical significance? Ysgramor was definitely a warlord, so there's that. Now, whether or not you found any of those three candidates particularly plausible is up to you. But now let's jump into what the Elder Scrolls Online is.
Knew I heard something.
In relation to the Greeks of Rome, container is called the depleted Bromgenal stone. Its description
Disgusting.
It sells for 250 gold, and can't do anything. Hey, apparently the Dragon Boat had access to rocks that would teleport them back to their capital. Could there have been a connection with the mask? That helmet allows us to travel in time, and these rocks apparently would have let us travel in space. Likewise, another treasure item potentially related to the mask too is Elderbeam Amber.
Okay, where the fuck that going now?
You can find this randomly in chests and containers anywhere. It sells for 1,500 gold, and its description reads, quote, a unique golden amber that sings a faint and soothing melody. It could have only come from the ancient tree, elderling. The elderling tree is one of the oldest living organisms in all of Tamriel. While in the present day it's a proud standing structure, priests tell us that it was just a baby sapling tens of thousands of years ago when man was first arriving in Skyrim. This thing is ancient, and it's said to have strong divine connections. Just like the elderling amber plays a melody, the wooden mask's description says it quote-unquote hums with an unfamiliar energy. Maybe the wooden mask was carved out of the elderling. Our discussion was introduce an item called the Mask of Outrage.
Who's there?
The Mask of Outrage is it's a dragon priest mask that we can encounter in elsewhere of all places. Olkosh is simply the Khajiit variant for Akatosh, the dragon god of time, just in case it wasn't obvious. We and some furry Dragon Guard members will use this helmet to subdue an ancient, recently woken Nova during the Dragonbolt storyline. And, just like Canard, this thing is super powerful. Essentially, it allows non-Dovahkids to tap into the abilities of certain shouts, and the mere function of it seems to terrify the dragons we're trying to defeat. Interestingly, the item requires a friendly dragon or dragonborn to be nearby in order to be fully functional. That would suggest that perhaps all dragon masks require similar Dova connections, and the only reason we got to use them so seamlessly in Skyrim was because of our pre-existing dragonborn nature. Now, comparing the color schemes of the Olkosh helm and Canard...
This must be that beautiful Skyrim weather I've always heard about.
By the way, right now, most of the video had actually been coloring it in with the paint, but if you look at the vanilla colors, these two items seem pretty similar. Maybe they're made out of the same mysterious substance that Bethesda was purposely hiding. It's a mystery how exactly the Khajiits here obtained the mask. They're huge worshippers of Akatosh, or Algosh in the first place, and they even call themselves the Pride of Algosh. So it's very possible they have the know-how to hide in a ruin or slay a priest. Although, some of the cats refer to the mask as a direct gift from Akatosh, something he made for them specifically so they could kill evil dragons easier. If that's true, it could also be the origin story for our Tusky Skyrim mask. What if the reason we were never supposed to find out what Canard was made out of was because Akatosh himself personally designed it and gave it to the priests of the Sword of the Silver? Now, the Lords of the Dragonbolt back in this day actually believed Akatosh and Alduin were the same thing, so really it would have been Alduin who made it for them, but you get the idea. Likewise, given that Olkosh's mask can be used quite easily to fell dragons, it's no wonder the Dragonborn had such a strict security mechanism in place in Skyrim. If Canard was anywhere near as deadly, letting it fall into the wrong hands would have proven catastrophic. Here's what I think. I believe Canard was created by Alduin, or perhaps some other high-ranking powerful Dova, during Mirak's attempted uprising, and that dragon gave the mask to Balog, in the hopes he gave him to stop Mirak. After Balog's efforts proved successful and he passed away, the remaining members of the faction decided that his helm was just far too powerful to be left buried in any random tomb. So they moved it to their capital and locked it under this security mechanism, so only they could use it. They unanimously agreed to do so. Somewhere along the line, rumors spread, and thousands of years later, the Ultimate Dominion figured out some sort of ancient power was sealed through that rock that they likely weren't totally understanding of, but still eager to claim. In my opinion, this is the most likely source of the events. The fact that Balog doesn't have a dragon priest mask is just too big of a fact to read.
Wow. Watch that first step. It's a fucking doozy.
They did that on purpose, and I think they were insinuating.
Shit.
But that's just a theory. Okay, that's copyright. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by today. After well over 30 minutes of the good pieces, finally completed them. I think this is an appropriate point for that. What do you guys think is going on? Do you think Canard belongs to Balog in general? Or do you think somebody else held on? What do you think was a massive It's good, guys. It's taken. And welcome back to another one of these long-form investigative Skyrim videos. Just start off by saying, this is going to be a lot. Because today, I'd like to tackle the subject of Emperor Titus II assassination.
We've already been
And
here. No.
This is the question of why
Over there.
So, the assassination of the Emperor is, of course, the defining goal of the Elder Scrolls Chronicles Collective story. As Yellow joined the faction of assassins, a strange man named P13 offers us a fortunate and limitless procedure. If the Brotherhood can just put an end to Emperor Lee's reign, we obviously accept such a challenge, and after much trauma and loss, do kill the monk. But who was Amon OG? And why did he want Titus II to go? The gentleman explicitly avoids explaining his motives whenever we ask him. And beyond a few vague allusions of the influence on his grand plan, was Amon OG working with evil criminal courts to weaken the realms of men? Maybe he just wanted to prove that what he see Titus replaced with a better. Maybe Amon was just really bad and had a personal issue.
This is fucking weird. It tells you to go one way and then it tells you to go back that way.
Everyone, myself including until recently, just accepted that this is one of those mysteries that will have to wait and see it with no concrete answer again. What I've realized though, over the last few years being an Elder Scrolls YouTuber primarily focuses on really cool tiny details in the game, is that this mystery is substantially larger and more complex than just what the Elder Scrolls 5 tells us. And it's still getting new. What I mean by this is that there have been some recent revelations by Bethesda and discoveries
I'm gonna find a path that'll take me to the right.
And make everything all the more fascinating. What we'll be doing in this video is compiling everything we've learned about Titus II's death. We'll start by going over the Dark Brotherhood's main quest line again. This will, 1, make sure everyone's up to speed and refamiliarize anybody who hasn't played Skyrim in a while. And 2, going into the plot again will give me the opportunity to focus specific essential details in my defense. Next, we'll assess what the Elder Scrolls novel revealed about the Emperor. As, believe it or not, while Skyrim doesn't give us much background info on Titus V, the books spell it all out. And then we can analyze some new info that's emerged from the Elder Scrolls Online and the Elder Scrolls Legends that can't be overlooked. Finally, we'll end this video by putting all of those pieces together and looking at the portrait that emerges. I'll admit we're still not 100% sure of exactly what was going on, but we're still much closer than ever, and I assure you you'll have a good time. I don't make these videos unless I think there's some really cool revelations, but anyway, without any further ado, let's do work and figure out why somebody put a price on the most powerful man in Tamriel yet. And before we begin, quick word from today's video sponsor. Me, our other sponsor back down. So, you know, if you enjoyed this video, the like ratings are very much appreciated. It does wonders for the YouTube algorithm. And if you really enjoy it, I don't know, maybe subscribe. That would also be incredibly helpful. Like get 800 Jason soon. Anyway, let's jump into it. Hold on. So, starting with the subject. So, shortly after the player has joined the Dark Brotherhood and completed a few contracts, we'll be sent to the old world ruin of Fallen by the Night Lord. Be the potential new installation. When we arrive, we'll find Amon OG, a well-polished threatened noble, and his personal bodyguard, an imperial man named Rexus, who doesn't speak much.
That's the part I didn't fucking
and express
hit, I think.
The fact that the Brotherhood had actually showed up. The way he talks and moves all suggests this Breton is a man of wealth and luxury, and he's not used to dealing with rugged aircraft. I digress. We'll finish
I'm back here.
And it's a sort of deposit. It states that if we agree, we can just use the camera as a way to know what is serious. And once give us so much more. Now, during this conversation, our friend consistently mentions how so much planning has gone into his meeting plans, and it appears quite obvious that a lot of work has already been put into this guy's effort. Additionally, we can ask why he wants to kill the Emperor, and he'll say this.
In the year 1941, Emperor placed his temple with blood as a wonderful one who would sit down dark from the assassin. This clearly ushered in, we'd say, unnecessary rule policy. There are those now who wish for a similar but that's all.
His killing ushered in a necessary change in Imperial policy. There are those who wish for a similar change. So, his objectives are definitely political, but we're not sure how. What changes is he looking for? Do these conspirators want lower taxes? Maybe they're after something bigger. Who knows? Anyway, after leaving our meeting, our next objective is to drop the letter and emblem onto an Astrid, the leader of the Dark Brotherhood in Skyrim, and let her decide whether or not she's interested in pursuing this contract. Though, on our way, we can open up and read that letter we were given. I'll just read it all for you guys. I know it's long, but it's kind of helpful. And remember, it's supposed to be your Astrid's time. It's supposed to be looking at this. They have been outlined below. Look, you must attend the upcoming wedding at the Temple of the Divines in Salt. The bride was given a gift she will never forget. All of solitude to conquer, and which will, undoubtedly, reach the ears of the leader himself. 2. A certain high-ranking military officer, permanently stationed in Skyrim, is responsible for securing the leader's safety. He chooses to schedule a visit. When this officer learns of the leader's journey, he will begin the necessary security arrangements. You must learn this officer's plans and meet with his people to ensure the appropriate security for your eventual audience with the leader. 3. Several months ago, the leader planned to visit the Skyrim and was sold unexpectedly. In that time, a world-renowned chef was contacted and brought to Skyrim in order to prepare a lavish meal. That chef remains in Skyrim on your table. You must meet with him and convince him that it would be your honor to cook for the leader in his place. I realize these instructions are a bit non-specific and do apply, but a bit of vagueness is necessary to ensure security. Surely an organization as esteemed as your own has all the means and resources to obtain all the essential information before each meeting has taken place. When the final part of our arrangement has been carried out, that is, when you have secured an audience with the leader himself and brought such business to a close, I will contact you about the final. Most sincerely,
Come over here, idiot! I fucking... Yeah, well, dumb shit, I had you over here for a fucking reason.
I knew I heard something. Done and done.
And perhaps some knowledge about his body weapons. At the very least, an insane amount of research was done. Anyway, contents below is set. Once we get to Astrid, she'll look at the notes. And believe it or not, Astrid will know if we read it beforehand and scold us for doing so. But Norman will be interested and signals she plans to accept. But first wants to know how much that strange amulet is worth, and will go to the player to take it to delve in Mallory. Mallory is a jewel the Thieves Guild invented, and she wants him to appraise it. Here's where stuff starts to get kind of weird. When we meet Delvin, he points out that our amulet is no ordinary piece of jewelry. It's actually an amulet of the Elder Council. That's a big deal, because it means this necklace could only have come from somebody sitting on the Empire's Elder Council. Mr. Mallory is sharp. We got our
You found the way shrine. May the blessings of Ariel protect you as you climb the road to the inner sanctum
come
and
on.
final enlightenment.
Come on, we got business.
May Ariel's radiance fill your heart with joy. May Ariel's radiance fill your heart with joy.
That has to be the place. I've never seen a building like that before. It looks like some kind of temple. Are you seeing this? It's fantastic. This is the statue of Ariel, but it's using the older signs of his power. This temple must be ancient. The bow has to be in here.
Yes, indeed.
What? The fucking keys open, what? This is so stupid. It should have fucking opened when we first got there.
What is the Elder Council exactly, and why does their jewelry matter so much? The Skyrim's questline really doesn't give us a lot of info. Thankfully, there's numerous books we can read which explain it all, and in past Elder Scrolls games, we even interacted with the Council. The Elder Council is sort of like the Imperial Senate of the Septim Empire. They do a lot of the day-to-day management of
These Falmer, they're frozen in the ice. I don't know how long they've been like this. And I thought the soul cairn was creepy.
The exact size of the Elder Council and how powerful they seem to be changes quite a bit.
Fuck.
So the fact that Amon Rotier was able to get us one of their signature amulets is a big, big thing. It signifies that he is a powerful, serious dude. And it opens up the question of how he got the piece of jewelry. Did Rotier do it also? I doubt it. Maybe he's a part of a conspiracy being supported by a member or members of the council. We'll talk more about this point later. But at least now we know Avon means business. From here, what happens next from the Dark Brotherhood quest line up until the climax and ending is largely
These Falmer
the purpose of the business.
they're frozen in the ice. I wonder how long they've been like this. And I thought the soul cairn was creepy. Where'd you
On the wedding day in Solitude, when Titus Me II arrives to mourn, we pose as a famous chef and sneak into his kitchen to poison his food.
Done and done.
And donuts. Mission accomplished, right? Well, sorry. Turns out that wasn't the Emperor you just killed. It was literally just a demon. Someone tipped off the authorities to our plan, and the Emperor's bodyguards laid a trap. We then have to find our way out of the rest and arrive back at the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary, just in time to watch it be burned to the ground by the Imperials. As you rush in, you'll watch as many of the assassins you've grown to love are one by one killed, until you finally find Astrid herself, lying burned in the fire. Astrid admits she's the one who betrayed you, because she thought if you told the Empire
Where'd you put them? That'll teach you.
But the Empire double-crossed her, too. In her dying words, Astrid offers a final because now she knows she was wrong. Alright, good. I just described like 4 or 5 hours of gameplay. This is where stuff begins to get relevant again. After we leave that destroyed sanctuary, we'll end up moving into an older Dark Brotherhood base that was abandoned centuries ago up north near the city of Dawnstone, and we'll be joined by the only 2 other surviving assassins, a Red Guard cutthroat named Nasir.
Where'd you come from? That'll teach you.
Let's say, everyone agrees to continue with the plan to kill the Emperor despite the recent setback. And heck, now you need the money more than ever. Thankfully, as it turns out, the real Emperor is Skyrim, a board ship called the Kataraya, docked in Solitude's harbor. Astrid must not have betrayed you until you already lured the Root Man into Skyrim. So, we sneak aboard the boat, fight some guards, and eventually, finally, break into Emperor Titus II's personal bed. Where after so long, Dragonborn can stare down the actual man. You can just kill him straight away, though if you instead Titus already knows what you plan to do, and he's not going to try to stop you. He knows that he's well aware the Dark Brotherhood can never lose once they've set their minds to something, and he's made peace with death.
Where'd you come from?
And also kill whoever took out the contract.
This doesn't stand there. Of course, that's sense in you a certain ambition. So, ask me. This person, that means she must my assassination.
Now, let's pause right here again. Titus Need acts like he knows the Brotherhood is some unstoppable force or whatever, but that's actually not supposed to be true. By the time the events of Skyrim are taking place, the Dark Brotherhood is supposed to be a laughing stock, a shell of its former self from thousands of years ago. The Skyrim chapter was just about all that was left, and most of their sanctuaries outside the province and the rest of Tamriel had already been destroyed.
Where'd you come from?
How does this dude pretend you're so big and bad? Is he just trying to be nice? Maybe it's poor writing? It doesn't make sense. Then there's the reality that the man vindictively wants you to kill whoever sent you, which raises more eyebrows. Like, was he aware of the plot against him for a while? Or is he just a really vengeful person? No, we're just following orders. Okay, let's keep going. We're almost done, I promise. After the Emperor's dead, we report back to Amon Motier, whose appearance has noticeably changed since our first meeting.
We'll go off that one here in a minute.
His face is dirtier, his eyes droopier. It's like the writers want us to know he's been really stressed these past few weeks. Here's what I'll say.
I know. I received the news not a moment ago. This is glorious. My friends, you may not be, but you have served the Emperor. Indeed, all of Tamriel in ways you cannot possibly imagine.
From here, we'll be given about 20,000 seconds worth of food, and I can choose to get some money and run, or cut down Aemon Motier as the Emperor requested. It really doesn't matter.
I always cut them down before I go get the money.
Gave him the good news, and how he praised us for quote-unquote serving the Empire in the role of Tamriel. Such a statement strongly indicates that Aemon Motier and his co-conspirators, if he has any, really believe that what they're doing is for the unity of the Southern Empire and the realm, not the interest of it. He thinks you're making the kingdom stronger rather than weaker. I think when we combine this information with what we know about the amulet of the Elder Council, we can safely say that Aemon Motier wasn't in league with the Falcon or any organization that wanted to destroy the country, but instead, he was hoping to see it grow. It's possible.
Who's there? Done and done.
Is technically an entirely different NPC than the first one we saw. They have separate item IDs and responded separately with console connections. This fact alone isn't a tremendous deal, but that's the kind of lots of duplicate NPCs, and creating new NPCs to represent the same character with minor changes is totally cool. But the Rally version of Aemon, for some reason, has a different nose type, different eye type, and different ear type than the original. What could have driven Bethesda to make those?
Evening.
If they wanted to create a raggedy version of Aemon that looks stressed or whatever, it's reasonable to ruffle up the hair and maybe make him a bit paler and dirtier. But structural changes to his face justified. That's only going to give you a new pair of ears. And importantly, changes like this are normal when Bethesda duplicates most NPCs. In fact, I don't think there's another example of such an inconsistency has split the community on what it can mean. Some players believe that it must suggest Raggedy Aemon is a different person entirely, an imposter if you will, and it's like the the real one still got away. Other players chalk this inconsistency up to a simple developer mistake that has no narrative consequence. Personally, I'm inclined to agree with that latter possibility, and I too suspect this was a mere oversight by Bethesda. Though it's still contentious and important to note. Okay, well, now we're finally done with Skyrim's Dark Brotherhood quest. Thank God. What I want to do next is start to examine Titus II personally, and run through his own background / rise to power. In doing so, we could identify some potential reasons.
Did you really come here expecting to claim Ariel's bow? You've done exactly as I predicted, and brought your fetching companion to me.
Wait, is he talking about me?
Which, I'm sorry to say, means your usefulness is at an end.
I knew I heard something. That'll teach you. Where'd you come from?
That's it, girl. Stay back.
I still remember that fight.
An impressive display, but a wasted effort. You delay nothing but your own deaths.
Watch out! He's falling down the ceiling!
Finish them!
Done and
This
done.
has gone on long enough.
Where'd you
While
come from?
my life ended long before you were born.
So,
know we can. He's up there on the balcony. Come on.
As he sacrificed himself in order to save his people. For the first time in the engineer's history, the Roman weapon was escaped, and everything was working.
Enough further. Give us the bow.
How dare you? I was the arch-curate of Ariel, girl. I had the ears of a god.
Until the betrayed corrupted you. Yes, we've heard this sad story.
Gelibor and his kind are easily manipulated fools. Look into my eyes, Serana. You tell me what I am.
You're a vampire? But Ariel should have protected you.
The moment I was infected by one of my own initiates, Ariel turned his back on me. I swore I'd have my revenge, no matter what the cost.
You want to take revenge on a god?
Ariel himself may have been beyond my reach, but his influence on our world wasn't. All I needed was the blood of a vampire and his own weapon, Ariel's bow.
The blood of a vampire. Ariel's bow. It was you? You created that prophecy?
A prophecy that lacked a single final ingredient. The blood of a pure vampire. The blood of a daughter of Cold Harbor.
You were waiting all this time for someone with my blood to come along.
Kick his ass.
Well, too bad for you. I intend on keeping it. Let's see if your blood has any power to it.
What trickery is this?
Where'd you come from?
I'll scatter!
Be gone now.
Farewell.
Fucking bitch.
Titus the second is related to Titus the first. We know that he's not his son or grandchild, but it seems like Titus the second is his great-great-grandchild, and something to that. I know it's confusing. There's still a lot of vague time periods. But already we can identify a huge potential somewhere like 1968. The reason he's claimed to the throne isn't so shady. He doesn't boast the same divine blessings and historical connections of the sectors before him. His right to rule is
See ya. Sure as a flock wouldn't want to be ya.
So the deed has been done. The restoration of this way shrine means that Verther must be dead, and the betrayed no longer have control over him.
The betrayed weren't to blame.
What are you talking about?
He was a vampire. He controlled them.
A vampire? I see. That would explain much. Deep inside, it brings me joy that the betrayed weren't to blame for what happened here.
Why?
Because that means there's still hope that they might one day shed their hatred and learn to believe in Oriel once again. It's been a long time since I felt that way, and it's been long overdue. My thanks to both of you.
You're
You risked
welcome.
everything to get Oriel's bow, and in turn, you've restored the Chantry. I can't think of a more deserving champion to carry it than you. If you wish to learn more about the bow, or obtain sun-hallowed arrows for it, I'd be more than happy to help. You've but to ask.
How many we get? 61? Okay, let's turn that 60 into somehow arrows.
If this... It's good to speak to you again. Even with Verther gone, and the inner sanctum destroyed, my duty as a Knight Paladin of Oriel remains. I have been sworn to protect this veil and everything it represents until I die. Farewell, friend. May the warmth of Oriel provide you strength.
It's not as shiny
If
as
there's
I was
assistance I
expecting.
can provide,
Still,
just ask.
it's beautiful.
I fear nothing but I'm afraid that they're well beyond a cure at this point. The twisted forms you've seen didn't occur overnight. The dwarves may have stolen their sight, but it took many generations for them to become what they are today. Perhaps they'll never return to their former appearance. But over the centuries, I've noticed a rise in their intellect. If a line of communication could be established with them, maybe they can find peace. It's the only way they'll discover that they weren't always malignant. They were once a proud and prosperous race.
And you already have the sword Goldberg. That's what happened.
While it would fill me with joy to see the chantry, now that my brother's dead, it's quite possible I'm the last of our kind.
Contributed to your kind's
There's no need for
extinction.
that kind of talk. I said it was possible. It's also quite possible that there are some other isolated conclaves of snow elves, nestled elsewhere on Nirn. I'll also assume Vertha didn't exactly give you the option to stay your hand.
What will you do then?
For the time being, I will remain here, on the Overlook, and continue trying to keep the Sanctum free of the betrayed. You're always welcome to return here at any time, of course. The bow was said to be carried by Auriel himself into battle against the forces of Lorkhan in ancient and mythic times. Its craftsmanship has no equal anywhere within Tamriel, and possibly beyond.
Anyway, I digress. Once the Imperial City was finally retaken and the Great Elephant Army defeated...
The bow draws its power from Aetherius itself, channeling it through the sun. Therefore, when an arrow is loosed from the bow, it produces a magical effect very similar to being burned by fire.
The elves were very likely getting more armies ready to continue the fight. So, Titus opted to sign a humiliating peace treaty. He agreed to forfeit imperial control over the province of Canada, pay a massive tribute of gold, and, most unfortunately, outlaw the worship of Tiber Septini in the Empire. Yeah, he banned the worship of Tiber Septini, the leader of his nation. There's a very big debate over whether or not the Empire should have just said screw the treaty and kept on fighting anyway. In Skyrim, the Storm folks argued that the humans could have won if they just kept on pushing. But it's also very likely that if this devastating treaty wasn't signed, mankind would have just got conquered anyhow. No matter practical or not, signing this treaty made Titus Bede absolutely hated amongst many of his subjects, and his popularity was devastated beyond recovery. Sure,
Farewell, friend. May the glow of Auriel shield you from your enemies. If there's anything at all I can help you with, please ask.
It's not as shiny as I was expecting. Still, it's beautiful.
It's good to speak to you again.
It's not as shiny as I was expecting. Still, it's beautiful.
If there's anything at all I can help you with, please ask.
It's not as shiny as I was expecting. Still, it's beautiful.
I trust you're faring well.
It's not as shiny as I was expecting.
Change some
Still,
arrows
it's beautiful.
for me, but
If there's anything at
if you
all I
think
can
that
help
and
you
not
with,
fucking
please
acknowledge,
ask.
then
It's good to speak to you again. Farewell, friend. May the glow of Auriel shield you from your enemies. If there's anything at all I can help you with, please ask.
yeah, he won't fucking
Farewell,
change
friend.
none
May
for
the
us.
Not as
light
We
shiny
got
as
a
I was
bunch of them.
expecting. Still, it's beautiful.
Okay. Let's go up here, girl.
Big fan of this. So maybe that weird logic of getting yourself assassinated so your son becomes more popular isn't particularly coherent, and there's nothing in the games that provides any substance to that notion. Furthermore, Titus's next in line is also a big,
It's
open-ended...
not as shiny as I was expecting. Still, it's beautiful.
but that's what purposely wrote the character so as to
What do we do
I
now?
think we both know. It's time to face my father. If we don't, he'll keep chasing us for the rest of our lives.
Heck, if the player opts to join the Empire during the events of Skyrim Civil War, you'll have to take an oath to General Toll.
Run as far as we can away from him.
The Emperor Titus Meade II.
Maybe we can reason with him. If we do, he'll have to die.
I've been thinking about this for a long time. It's not easy, but I don't think we have much of a choice. No, this has to end here and now.
Then let's go kick his ass
If we head back
together.
to the castle and kick the front door in, we're gonna be knee-deep in his friends. Let's head back to Eastron and let him see what we've got first. I'm betting he'll lend us a sword or two.
Okay. I'm not going back through that. I'm not going to go through all that bullshit again.
For those of you who don't know the tale, Yuri II was the Emperor of the Empire back in around the 600s of the Third Era. I think that time might actually get a little longer.
We can go this way.
Yuri II was considered a military mastermind, and after winning a series of decisive battles and conquering numerous islands, he decided he wanted to conquer the faraway continent of Achaemen. Thus,
The last time I did this, and the same this time, I didn't go on all them other quests to find all those schematics and shit.
his son, Uriel VI, would end up becoming the new emperor after he was missing for 3 years.
I just wanted to go and get it done.
The bow.
We need your help, Isran.
Indeed. The day hasn't been won while Harkon still walks Tamriel. But what of Serana? Can she be trusted to lift a blade against her own kind, her own family?
I trust her to do the right
I
thing.
suppose that's as much as I can hope for. Let me address the Dawn Guard and then we'll be off. The men deserve to know that we finally gained the upper hand.
Everyone,
Put my regular bow in first.
In fact, when Bethesda was originally first started
Round.
Skyrim,
come on then. We haven't got all day.
one of his descendants returning to Tamriel with an army of dragons and rebuilding the empire. That storyline ended up getting canned, but still, maybe, just maybe, somehow one of Uriel's kids or great-great-great-great-grandkids swam or made it back to Tamriel somehow and built the collection of supporters. And that is why Amon Ogier is trying to...
For too long, we've allowed these vampires to poison the night and kill our people. Now, we finally have the means to strike back. We now have Ariel's bow. The gods themselves have favored us, and we must answer with action. The time has come to finally put an end to Harkon and his unholy prophecy. We will march on their lair and destroy those wretched abominations so they can no longer corrupt our world. This is our fight, and this is our fate. This is the time of the Dawn Guard! Kill the abominations! This is it!
Between the eyes for me!
The
Send the troll
prophecy
after
is
them.
no more.
It's time we take the fight to their door. Gather your things and rest well, my friend. We meet outside Castle Volkahar.
Yep.
Under control.
Keep your eyes open.
Alright. Gunmar's raring to go. The other guys looked like they were going back to fucking sleep.
The assassinated man, where Francois hires the guild to help him fake his own death, so that way he can trick some predators into thinking he's gone and won't need to pay back any loans. So, but that was definitely telling the truth. Motiers are wealthy and definitely old family. That would really make close to it. And they're still thinking.
Oh, first let me use these.
Who's there?
gas up the vampire. Just the armor? I want the fucking... the other shit. What ugly bitch. Can't fall, you motherfucker.
You can't.
Yes, I fucking can. Don't tell me I can't fucking paint you, I am. We get these guys down, so we get all these guys fucking,
That'll teach you.
The wealth, the boredom, the servants.
Leave no vampire in one piece.
One day I strangled my handmaid with a golden
What was that?
Who's there?
You're dead!
1,000 years ago, this Motier family.
you're a blood mouth?
Plus, the Dark Brotherhood gives us an ESO.
Yeah, that's what it does.
And those Castle Anvil like the
Chance again. Skyrim will be.
Come on, tell me what you got.
perhaps Amon Motier himself was or is a member of the Elder Council. Emperors just pick new members when a seat opens up, and they
Not even the gods.
Watch out, he's gonna knock you.
No one's going to stand in my way. You'll be the one who takes it.
Again, thanks for watching, and hope to catch you all in my next video. Peace out, everyone.
Oh, wait, I want that northern sword. Anything worth a couple hundred bucks, take it.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Thank you. And welcome back to another Elder Scrolls investigation.
This is the end for you.
So, if you want to compile a list of Skyrim's previous locations, the town of Orval and the surrounding region would almost certainly be near the top. A small village lying in the
This is
middle
the
of
part
snow.
where you
This
fall
town
down
is
and
the
bleed to
capital
death.
of Yolmarsh. And more importantly, it's a hub for a number of mysterious occurrences. For one, its Jarl, Ingrid Ravenfell, can literally see into the future and then, there's the fact that a strange Redguard mage named Thalion just moved in, and he's rumored to be practicing dark magic. So,
Done and done.
ancient ruins of unknown origins, and we can see ghosts
For the Dawn Guard! For Skyrim!
at the right times at night. Yeah, seriously, something strange in this neighborhood. Now, I'll just go ahead and straight up say that despite
Find
being
all of them!
a big,
Don't let
mysterious
any of them get away.
Skyrim
For the
never
Dawn
actually
Guard!
explains
For Skyrim!
what's going on. The site the mages in the town even though he's obviously up to something.
Serana, my darling, I see you still favor keeping a pet.
Are also unaddressed by
You know why we...
Ariel's soul will be mine! No. Serana, your own father.
Changed his fucking shit, didn't we? Ah, yeah.
Well, now that's done. I'm not
What do you
sure.
do now?
I'll probably stay with the Dawn Guard for as long as they'll let me. They're respectable fighters, and I think they see the benefits of having a vampire on their side now. Of course, if you've got any more adventures planned.
Yeah, you can come along.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Let's do further and try to figure out what the heck is going on with more. So, I feel the best place to start this video is by talking about Ygritte Raynor's elderly mystical young. She's apparently been running the show here for decades, and is presented as one of Skyrim's good leaders, if you will. You know what I mean. Some Jarls in this land are clearly corrupt, or otherwise just too blatantly incompetent to do their job. But Ygritte, she's presented as both well-meaning and good.
The beast is destroyed. Not only that, it's over. He's dead. And the prophecy dies with him.
At least, probably is.
I suppose this is difficult for you.
I think my father really died a long time ago. This was just the end of something else. I did what needed to be done. Nothing more.
I think perhaps. I think you did more than that. You have my thanks.
We don't have any examples or anything like that. Nonetheless, they're obviously real. Ygritte also has a husband named also Ygritte, who serves as her steward, a daughter named Ygritte the Younger, and a small boy named Bjorn. Neither Ygritte's husband or daughter share in her psychic powers, though her son, Bjorn,
His fucking chest there is fucking empty.
the game implies that his
Cheap
powers
ass
not
bitch.
quite as developed as his mother's, as he doesn't seem to be getting as direct visions. Nonetheless, he reports strange dreams in his sleep, and has a problem with sleepwalking into the forest at night. Come to think of it, maybe he just has insomnia, but you get the idea. He's a little special too. Anyway, let's keep going. Despite generally being liked pretty well by everybody, Ygritte's popularity has recently taken a big dip amongst her subjects due to its single
Come on, girl. We still gotta go back and pick your mommy up.
this lack of action. A couple of people who we'll talk about in a moment, planning to
When we get outside, we'll go to the
months ago, a mysterious
thing there.
family moved into the town, and man, do the locals not want it here. The lords of Skyrim are well known for their suspicion of magic, as is. They're very superstitious people. However, Thalion, or Thalion, or pronunciations are used, is uniquely unsettling to the people of Northrend, because they believe...
Come on, chickie. Chickie. They went and left that troll here. Well, he's got a lot of food. He can eat all these fucking vampires that are laying here with nothing on. Okay, let's see if we can go look. Yeah, let's go here to the balcony.
Right out here. I don't know how you stand it.
Even if we ourselves approach the child and interact with him, he may randomly just scream out the following dialogue.
Let's go in here. Let's go in here. I've never done this after killing him before, but we can try it now.
She wants you to just follow this Thalion fellow around. Just so you can find out if he's focusing. once you've made a judgment, just report back and you'll be rewarded. This again was
We went straight over this way before.
the video starts to get really good. Usually the villain is unlocked. The man spends most of the day at his healthy pace, and upon approaching him, he'll initially might stand up. It's usually as soon as we come to him to accuse him of crimes or something, as most of the people will.
Yeah, we gotta go through this thing here. I think it was towards the west. Over here, man. Let's try this way.
Isn't about creating or anything like that. It's really about summoning things from different planes of reality. By a plane, I mean oblivion or ethereals, that sort of thing. What Hogwarts do is use that to pick creatures and items from those planes and bring them to our world. That's what this Red Guard says he's a specialist. Keep that in mind. He doesn't want to travel oblivion. Well, after we gain his trust, the man who one of Ruslan's greatest achievements, according to him, all across Henrietta has learned long-standing secrets from vampires. After even to play company, where he met David.
That's a fucking thing. Try to steal my soul back. I got it back.
That's crazy enough right there. Even more his own than but I gotta say, that he doesn't elaborate on any of his work. And the only mentions that he has.
Okay, let's go down there.
Due to disagreements with his leadership, the reason he chose to be here in the middle of this, well, I'll just like to listen to the reason he gives. I challenge.
Need more safe. Okay, so there's gotta be more than fucking one of them fucking place.
the player ever been brought to really, the guy you go to for cure. After speaking with him, that you told you about his age, was immortal, that's deeply acquainted with the undead or something like that. And if you follow the directions, you'll be right too.
Where'd you go, girl? Get over here and talk to your mammy.
And then, once there, you can perform a ritual of sorts. Display the audio.
I call upon Oblivion Realm, the home of those who are not our ancestors. Answer my plea. As in death, there is new life. In Oblivion,
Yeah, get her back up by going through here. There you are. Let's go back in there. Go in here. Talk to your mammy.
You appear to have something on your mind. What is it?
Harkon is dead.
What? Are you certain?
He died by my hand.
And I see nothing preventing my return to Tamriel. Allow me to gather some of my things, and I'll head back to Castle Volkar. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank you.
Gather away, woman. Well, you're gonna get your stuff and instead of fucking standing there stirring shit. Well, you're just gonna keep fucking with that then. Okay. That's on you then. Come on, girl, let's go back. If your mammy comes back to your old castle there, your old house, then she comes back. If not, then she don't. Sing it. Okay, that's blocked.
The man won't do anything, he'll just sort of stand there. It's very unclear what exactly is happening. If we choose to approach and confront the conqueror, he'll be horrible. He's been fallen, and he'll beg us to tell anyone what we see.
Still remember how to fight.
Again? Huh. Alright, I gotta either quit eating so much or something if that's gonna make you keep going in there and camping out. Okay, now we just gotta find the fucking thing that we came fucking through.
Where'd you come from? Done and done.
There, I don't want this game from over here. Oh, it fucking killed me too? No? Good. Come on, woman. Let's go back and then we'll go down inside the house and see if your mammy made it.
Help yourself to anything you need in my laboratory.
Oh, okay, she's here.
Is the involvement of all this, because while a minor character, this captain is often presented as one of the most honorable men in the game. In our very few dialogue interactions with him, he's always very reflective, respectful, and kind. Biggest examples of this are what we asked about Skyrim's before, or his opinions on the execution of Ron, a Solitude guard who was recently put to death for treason. On both occasions, Holmes doesn't respond with anger or hate, instead with understanding and tolerance. Sure, the Empire's at war with the Stormcloaks, and so is he, but he still gets them. So, his involvement in an underhanded to oust their rightful Jarl is much like the Thalian secret quest though. Nothing else ever comes of this area. Igrid is never overthrown, there's no more conversations or notes. Finally, before we move on to looking at the gameplay, the last thing I want to mention is the ghost we can see around here. Between the hours of 10 p.m. and 5 a.m., it's possible to identify a spirit running around Golden. This entity only spawns in once during any given playthrough, and he's very easy to miss. The character will be running around quite quickly as well, so even if you do spot him, it's difficult to catch up and see what he's up to. If you are quick though, you can get a good look at him and follow him for a while. He wears a full set of ancient Nord armor, implying he's a Nord holder, and he'll lead us to an unmarked tomb right around where the Stormcloak camp and Gilmore spawn. Once he gets here, he'll disappear, but we'll find the tomb being raided by a couple of bandits who will be slay. Aw, that's sweet. It's like the spirit was being disturbed and was looking for help, which we provided. Thankfully, this is the end of the world interaction, and because he only spawns it once, it's very difficult to investigate further. However, very dedicated players who are willing to create a new character, or just analyze the game files, will discover that this ghostly boy spawns in at a specific location called the Gensdag Ruins before running around the hole for a little while and ultimately finishing his journey. This is important. Remember that name, Gensdag Ruins. I know it may not seem like this ghost is at all related to Thalion or the Jarl or anything about what we're talking about, besides the fact that he's also Northall, but trust me, there's a connection here. Oh, well, now with all of that out of the way, now that we've assessed all of the mysteries, let's move into the cut content and see what Skyrim's game data reveals to us. Now, originally when I was writing this video, I didn't expect to spend a whole lot of time talking about cut content. I knew that there was some, specifically in relation to
Okay, Chicky, come on.
represented great importance, but beyond that, I didn't really think we'd spend much
Come
time
down here so you can talk to your mammy.
as the real interesting stuff wouldn't come with the Elder Scrolls Online. Though, just to be sure nothing was missed, I decided to run through Skyrim's game files with a large group of modders, or much more
Help yourself to anything you need in my laboratory.
and just figure out and see if we can find anything at all related.
What will you do now?
I think it's time I got back to my work as an alchemist. The Soul Cairn will offer a unique opportunity to continue my studies, and I intend to complete my research. In the meantime, if there are any potions you might need, feel free to help yourself.
Maybe mark gets completed in our journal and we may get the doo-doo-doo music and stuff. The game's engine never...
Can I revisit the Soul Cairn?
As you've been traveling in the Soul Cairn, your body has become attuned to it. Let's just say a tiny part of you rubbed off on it, and in its place, a bit of the Soul Cairn filled the void. You should find no difficulty using the portal any longer.
When we were speaking with Thalion, before going back and physically...
Can you give me blood-cursed arrows?
I'm sorry. I don't feel comfortable giving them to you. I understand what you did for my family, but the prophecy never sat well with me, and I don't want to be a part of it. I'm sorry.
Cool.
Probably wanted to do more with this mission, but never got around to doing so. Furthermore, in Skyrim's files, every single character
what is it?
has a section about their relationship data. This basically just summarizes other NPCs they have relationships with, and whether or not they're hostile.
You brought that up before. I think I was a little short with you.
Jarl Balgruuf the Greater is said as the father to his children, Hrothgar, Nilkir, and Dagny. Well, Jarl Igrid Raven...
This matters to me.
Of course it matters to you. But you don't get to make this decision for me.
named Argy Farseer.
I shouldn't have brought it up again.
Probably not.
Spawned in Stonehill, a mining encampment in Gilmarch's border with Whiterun. Oh,
I'm not talking about this with you anymore.
also supposed to be bigger than how it
Well, that fucking ruined it.
Normally it's just a mod, but in reality there is going to be a
Fucking wench.
buildings and inhabitants, making it more of a proper town. Argy Farseer lacks any unique dialogue or even information in her scripts and deeper files that tell us what her purpose would have been. Though, with a name like Farseer, I believe it's fair to assume she probably
Let's see.
sister Igrid's gift, and had also been a psychic. Perhaps she was going to have a part to play in that whole Cthulhu era. Maybe Gorman Aldous would have replaced Igrid with her. Or maybe Argy and Stonehills had an even bigger part to play with their own quests and whatnots. Alas, all of this stuff seems to have been cut very, very early on in Skyrim's production, so we'll never know. This is what makes the presence
Oh, I do have to go do this one.
study when we're discussing Skyrim's mysteries and theories.
I guess we can do that one first thing tomorrow.
10 to 20 minutes, like we've done here, ramping up this full plot line, all these amazing little details and so much attention, only to end by saying, yeah, you know what, there is no big revelation, we have no idea what was happening, because Bethesda didn't finish the story they were writing. Who knows, maybe they know each other. And even worse, because we're working with cut content, that only means whatever story they were trying to tell isn't even canon to begin with, like it holds no significance. If I were making this video just 6 or 7 months ago, this...
Then we got this one. I don't know what this one is. Sanctuary and Manufactory.
Elder Scrolls Online has recently got a big new DLC that finally lets us return to Skyrim for the first time in years. Sort of. The DLC only opens up bits and pieces of Western Skyrim, not the entire province. However,
Yeah, so we'll do the one first, No Stone Unturned, and I guess maybe do this one. Maybe do that one.
So we're seeing this area as it was long ago.
That'll clean out our inventory a little bit. We can do this one.
The locals are still suspicious. There's still ghost sightings. It's real. Though it's even spookier than we would hope. At this point in time, the Jarl of Mordor is a man named Red. And his wife is a woman named Lady Night.
So I'm not going to do every single one. Like this one here, the drinking contest, I'm not doing that. I don't. That one's stupid.
Locals across Mordor recently report spotting strange skeletal beings moving around, like skeletal dogs and people.
I think after we get to... Once we do those couple of big things, we still have this Arkantan's one. And then after that, excuse me, after that one we can do this one, A Blade in the Dark. Then that'll take us through the main quest line, and we'll kill Alduin. Then after that, we can do the Civil War one.
It's not quite described as a psychic like Jarl Igrid Ravencroft was, though she's very cute with magic.
Then after the Civil War quest, we can do the very last thing. We can start the Dragonborn quest. So let's take the that book that we picked up on our travels. Let's take that over to
it didn't help that she was a high elf, and Nords don't like elves anyway.
Hypno Growback or whatever the fuck his name is. I'm not going to go looking for other books for him. If we happen across them, fine, I'll bring them back here. But I'm not going to be sent looking for shit.
Remember that place? Instead, it's where we saw the ghost in the Elder Scrolls 5 spotted. It's that.
Yeah, after we deliver this book and we get out of this area, I'm going to sell some shit.
That's associated with the presence of the bone.
While we're here,
Archmage or not, all this knowledge might have been lost were it not for you.
As we leave, will bump into Freywin. Yeah, the Jarl's daughter.
Any interest in ancient Falmer tomes?
Well, well. I haven't seen one of these beauties in a long time. A rare find in the original Falmer language. You're damn right I'm interested. Question is, are you selling?
Depends on how much
Well,
you're
considering
paying.
no one else in Skyrim would buy something they couldn't possibly read, I'd say you don't have much of a choice. Tell you what, you bring me books like this, and I'll pay 1,000 gold each. I'll even throw in a translated edition I have for free. Interested?
Deal.
Here you go.
That would allow her to harness some kind of energy. Freywin tagged along. That was the night of their disappearance. The ritual was
That incident in Morthal was
Excuse
just a
me.
misunderstanding. So you wish to master the arcane arts?
I've already mastered them, dude.
Maxton hasn't been heard from since.
This was not what she planned. Maxton believed she could improve her magical ability by communing with the powerful spirits.
I think I'll keep them.
Ritual, but it went horribly wrong. Maxton misjudged the ritual's difficulty. As she struggled, ice grew over the walls, and winds blew wildly. She almost gained control. Suddenly, the Alstrom and his guards stormed the ruins.
Excuse me.
The remainder of this mission largely just focuses on us trying to help Freywin and remove her curse, which it's believed that if we succeed, will also cause all the bony creatures to go away too. I know, it's kind of complicated, but again, smart note rating. The curse is also apparently going to kill Freywin within a couple of years if we don't fix it, so good thing we caught her now, and it also has prevented her from going into town and interacting with normal mortals. That's why no one's seen her. Long story short, we can hear her. We can assemble it, do some stuff, problem solved. And once Freywin's fixed, the bony creatures apparently are going to go away. At least, that's what Lady Newland tells us. Okay, so in summary, what this quest teaches us is that Morthal has long since been a source of necromantic powers. And one day there was a lady named Maxton who came here seeking them out. Maxton discovered that the real source of this energy was specifically the Kienstag ruins. She went there to perform some sort of ritual that would have enhanced her power, but failed miserably, got the Jarl's daughter cursed, and caused all sorts of problems. So now the question to ask is, what's up with Kienstag?
Until next time.
Source of this? Well, we can ask the clever woman, and she won't tell us. She'll almost reveal what the truth is, saying, well, you see, back in the... but stop herself, and decide that it's better to keep the truth a secret from us. Isn't that great? Show that those ruins best really understood. Back at Kienstag, it's totally needed but it does give us some additional information. Those precisely the other people it runs with the death metal. They cannot be put in the source of the soul. Then it's in essence, needing the second ritual, a partial extraction of the liquid and conduct frequency for several years of study. In other words, three details about this town cause me to appreciate it ever so slightly. First, if the sun is up, the sawmill operates non-stop.
And to think Mirabelle questioned my... So, you wish to master the arcane arts?
It's the dark practice is most efficient through the dim hours. So I welcome the ability to enjoy a full day's rest. Most efficient during the dim hours. Maybe that's why Thalion was going out. And here's the power quote. I've determined the
I got the other bolts, so I don't need those ones.
the Kienstag ruins. No one that I've asked knows anything about their history, but without a doubt, it contains powerful spiritual emanation. I must adjust the Manovo siphoning ritual for the sheer volume of energy. Those calculations should be simple and well, there you are. This is the end of the line, so to speak, in terms of what the game's revealed to us about Warhammer. Mostly. We can actually later on find Maxton in a separate tiny little dungeon battle, and she's apparently gone crazy and still out there, though frankly, nothing's very revealing about the broader history itself. Whatever's troubling Warthol, instead is the source of it. And while we don't know exactly why, Lady Muehlin seems to apply something there that caused it to become such a legacy. My personal theory is that the Dragon Cult was very likely involved. The Dragon Cult is, of course, what we refer to the government of dragons over humans way back in the early days of Skyrim settlement in the Merethic era. We know for a fact they were huge on necromancy, as many of the Draugr and Dragon priests we see today are resurrected through such a power. They likely had something to do with Genstan, especially considering it's an ancient Nordic ruin, and most of those were built by the cult anyway. Perhaps there was a summoning ritual gone wrong, or a dragon priest messed up. Additionally, beyond Genstan, there's so many ruins all across the Gilmar Swamp. Heck, that place Thalian takes Stu in Skyrim actually appears in ESO. It's just not related to anything. Maybe this region was of religious significance to the cult, or something to that extent. Now, in Gilmarch, right on its border with modern-day Whiterun, is the Labyrinthian, which was once the ancient capital of the dragon. So we know for a fact they were super active here at one point in time.
Until next time.
That theory, though, there's really no other potential hope. The Elder Scrolls Online isn't necessarily
I wonder what we
Skyrim.
spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
Over the next year, and more quests and side quests, expansions to the main narrative. So perhaps we'll learn more about the Dragon Cult during this time period in the future. And maybe they'll get around to connecting the dots. What the hell actually happened at Genstan? But until then, only old Muehlin knows, and old Muehlin won't tell. And with that, we are going to wrap up the curious secrets behind one of Skyrim's most mysterious towns. Thanks so much for stopping by, everyone. What do you think the truth is?
Good day.
Do you think the Dragon Cult has something to do with Genstan? Or that maybe the forces behind us are really full of data? We've got to go. As always, like ratings are very much appreciated. Again, thanks for watching, and I hope to catch you in my next video. Peace out, everyone.
Restoration is a... Why are my research... Take a look.
Shut up. I always got him whining about something.
Start off by saying possibly what the most well-written and fascinating characters in the franchise. Well, they may seem like just generic evil fantasy monsters that happen in a fantasy game. The reality is that the best writers may have gotten the same back and the center of one of Skyrim's biggest mysteries, which was really from the start of the game. See, the events of the Elder Scrolls Online. Those are a pretty terrible looking they're extremely primitive and hostile to our culture, and they're even going to pick out to the surface world and kidnap random fellows when they get back to their home, and often the thing is, they weren't always this way. The former used to be, and I guess technically still are, a race of power. The former translates to or ice, depending on the back in the day, thousands of years ago, the stones were incredibly sophisticated. And they had actual civilization with cities, power, also doing some sort of experiment. There was so much it's really system looking at the individuals. Those eventually just disappeared in the mid-first era, and the snow elves finally gained their freedom again. Though no one in their right mind would call these things elves. No longer did they resemble the intelligent, protective folk. They did so much with living that they became person.
I'm always available should you need me, Archmage. So you wish to master the arcane arts?
What exactly did to these poor pointy ear bird that turned them this way, and especially why they did it, are two questions that can't stop asking. Even today, in 2020, when the king is for the Elder Scrolls release, players are still making their discoveries, and Bethesda has correctly examined the history of the Elder Scrolls. In this video, we're going to put all the existing pieces of information together with the aim of once for all finding out the truth. We'll start off by providing an overview of what the Snow Elves were originally like and the history leading up to when they were changed. This will ensure everyone's caught up on the mystery's premise, as well as a good opportunity to point out details. It's also just a pretty good story. After we're all up to speed on the history, we'll dive into certain in Skyrim and specific suggestions that seem to have been made. We'll start to develop a few theories and ideas. And once we've done through everything, we can then move into exploring the Elder Scrolls Online's clues and related revelations, which are arguably more important than the Elder Scrolls 5, but look at their length. When all is said and done, we'll combine what we've learned from the history with the implications of these two games, and notice how everything points to specific conclusions. Anyway, enough on it. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, let's head further and try to figure out what is to the fall. So, as promised, we're starting with history. Because the Snow Elf people were virtually exterminated, and their closest neighbors, the dwarves, have disappeared, there's a lot of missing information. And most of what we do know about the early culture comes from Nordic folklore, poems, and songs, which, for obvious reasons, contain some bias and should be taken lightly. That all said, the Snow Elves likely emerged as a distinct people sometime in the early Erethic era.
Take care now. Like it or not, you are a shining example to future generations of college mages.
Yep, I know I am. Nah.
And biological traits. Thus, the elves who settled Tamriel's southwestern forests became the Wood Elves, or Monks. And the elves that set up in modern-day Cyrodiil became the Heartland Elves, or the Aliens. And the Snow Elves eventually asserted themselves in the sky. Because, again, everything eventually got burned down, we know very little about how the society was going. They worship a variant of the traditional elf pantheon, considering Ariel the elf god of time and deity. And the Snow Elves
Taking me up on my offer, eh? Good.
But the Nords would do such a good
Take a look.
we're not sure all of those
Yeah.
Old journals tell us that there was one in the Rift, where in modern day
Hey.
and another
Winner.
but that's not all we know for sure. Notably, at the same time the Snow Elves had established themselves all across Skyrim's surface, another elven race called the Elves, or the Weather, had established themselves beneath Skyrim. The Dweller inhabited massive underground cities and forts all across northern Tamriel.
What does he eat?
It's the milk. You're getting too much damn cheese.
And basically, look, to this day, no group has ever come
It can't be cheap. I mean, I don't care if he uses the bathroom, but he can't keep camping out though, because if I gotta go pee, I have to use
and
it.
intricate power systems. Well, not
I got
really
a few
power
really
in the same way we think of it, but you get the
the
idea.
other is
Because the
when I have
dwarves
an
were living
accident, I'm gonna make him clean
underground
it
and
up.
very rarely left, there really wasn't much interaction between them and the snow elves at all. They probably barely paid attention to each other.
He's probably sleeping. He's been in there a while now.
Things started to change though when humans began arriving on southern shores towards the latter half of the Roman era. These early men were sailing down to the landmass called Atmore. That was believed to be the birthplace of humanity. Sadly, there are no surviving maps of what Atmore looked like. As nobody's been there in thousands of years. Apparently, the world used to be habitable. Something changed that caused it to get so unimaginably cold that it's impossible to get close to without freezing to death, no matter how many layers you wear. It's
744. Should be able to get these ones. There we go. And this one. And one of these rings. Okay, so we're at the silver ring there. We still got a whole bunch left there to sell.
Give my regards to Carlia if you see her.
Yeah, if I see her. Okay. We're gonna go to my house now so I can see my kids and my wife. We were living here in Whiterun. I bought a house there just for them. But we're living in the Golden Hills Plantation now.
You're back. Let's play a game.
Not right now.
Mama.
I got something for you.
Wow, thanks, Mama.
They had initiated a chain of events that would lead to the collapse of their own civilization. So,
thanks.
Oh, probably no.
Yes?
I got something for you, Sophie.
Wow, thanks, Mama. Thanks.
I gotta go buy some more when I get a chance.
Hmm?
Oh, come on,
It's so
really?
bright out here. I don't know how you stand it.
And they just started defeating Fulmer army after Fulmer army. There was another battle in modern-day East March that was also evidently pretty catastrophic for them. And presumably there were a bunch of other battles that have since been forgotten. What we do know is that the elves eventually ran out of soldiers. And at that point...
Well, I knew you couldn't stay away. Admit it, you were lost without me. Very good man.
Legend has it that Eastermore and is commanders all ended up swearing an oath to
Until next time.
and they took that vow seriously.
Good afternoon.
Hey, get your ass to work.
Woman, child, elderly, it didn't matter. No one was innocent in the Atmorans' eyes. With all of their armies gone and their cities falling one by one, the Golden were facing the very real possibility of
There's a fucking blue one.
and likely really regretting that decision to attack Sorghum.
Now it's back out here.
Against the backdrop of certain doom for the Snowlands, as the Dwemer finally entered the equation. All this time, as the Dwarves have been invading Skyrim and sieging city after city, the Dwemer are just sort of
Yeah, 'cause I gotta build them the hired help house.
feet underground. I guess you could choose to stay out of surface development.
What?
Otherwise, the Dwarves offered the desperate Bolton a deal they couldn't refuse. They allowed the Snow Elves to
Huh?
use their subterranean cities, where the Nords wouldn't be able
Wonders
to
in there.
and their safety could be guaranteed. Under
What?
the condition that the elves agreed to consume strange fungus that would blind them, and
Oh, you better get your mother, 'cause I'm not doing it.
the new elves were essentially being offered the ability to continue living in exchange for their ability to see. It's gonna be tough. Various historians tell us that eating the fungus wasn't a one-time thing either, apparently. The Dwarves end up feeding it to the snow elves they took in constantly.
Okay. Got all that done. Hopefully they're going to get their asses in gear and pick the stuff there. Let me go in here and get the other stuff.
Those who said no would almost all fall victim to the Nord armies anyway. Over the next 1,000 years, the Dwarven continued to devolve the fold further and further, as each new generation of elf babies came out more and more twisted, and they were continuously fed the
I got one in there, but he said it's all over the floor.
never allowed to leave. Now, eventually, after around 1,000 years, 700 of the first
Is it under my thing there?
race just mysteriously vanished all at once for an unknown reason, and the Dwarven were essentially free once again. Though by now they were totally unrecognizable, and were more animal than bird. As time went on, the creatures would slowly take control of many Dwarven ruins, and expand into other caves and tunnels across Skyrim.
Hey, you're going to have to wipe the back of that off or something. It's going to stink like shit. I guess that can go in the garbage, because I'm not going to worry about that now.
Why did the Dwarves do this to the elves? What were they trying to get?
And you're going to have to dump that trash, too.
That the Deacon had enslaved the Valar, and were using them to perform manual labor. Various authors speculate that perhaps the Dwarves had blinded and devolved the creatures, so as to make them less...
Didn't take you long to find that freaking alchemy spot there, did it, girl? Okay, let me grab this, and then I'm gonna quit out. Well, I sit down and you get up. Oh, you're going to cook me something to eat. Great. I got to ask my wife if she got a... She's supposed to open a store. I asked her if the store made any money.
Hello, my love. Back from some adventure, I bet.
Where the hell did you go? Well, what the hell? You say hello and then you jet? Where the hell did you fucking jet to?
What do you need, my Thane? Honor to you, my Thane.
Has the store made any money?
We have a cozy little profit. Here, this is your share, love.
2,200. Okay. No, we're not gonna move yet.
Goodbye, my love.
Okay.
do something until it's dead. Interestingly, you can ask him for more information on what happened to his people. And the paladin will state that he's a bit skeptical upon
Save it.
was enough to induce such a radical transformation, and he suspects something more may have been at play.
Okay, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon for post notifications. And I'll see you guys probably tomorrow. Have a good one, y'all. Y'all. Have a great evening. And I'll see you tomorrow.